Welcome back. So this is the third method and the last method in algebraic method of solving linear equation, which is called cross multiplication. I have taken the generalized form of the equation, and one more thing that we have to remember in cross multiplication method is we are supposed to write the equation in this form. In most of the questions, the constant term will be given on the other side of the equal to. We are supposed to convert it to this form and then start doing it. So before starting with a numbered example, I would like to tell you how this cross multiplication works. So first, this is the general form of the equation. The two variables which are x and y are written, and we write a constant term 1. And we write pair of coefficients in a sequence. I will tell you how the sequence is formed. So if you're writing it for x, you will be writing b1, b2, c1, c2. Why b1, b2, c1, c2 is because x is already associated with a1 and the second equation is associated with a2. So we will be taking out the coefficients that are not linked with x. So it will be b1, b2, c1, c2. Then we go for the variable y, and y is already linked with b1 and b2 in the equation. So we'll continue with c1, c2 and go to a1, a2. Then we take the constant term which is 1, which is otherwise the constant term here which represents 1 here, and this is already c1, c2. So the terms that are other than c1, c2 are taken as a part of it. So a1, a2, b1, b2. What we do is, in order to find x, y and this 1, we will be cross multiplying these coefficients in a sequence. First what we do, x by, this is how we write, x by b1 c2 minus b2 c1, that will be the denominator for the x variable. For y it will be c1 a2 minus c2 a1, that will be for y. Then for the constant term it is a1 b2 minus a2 b1. So it's always from top to down, then minus from bottom to top. So that is how it is taken. So what does this mean? X is equal to, this part of x is equal to this part of y, and that is equal to 1. So when we want to find out the variable x and y, there is no point equating these two, because here x is also unknown, y is also unknown. So what we do, we equate x with this 1 and we find the value of x, and we equate y with this 1 and find the value of y. So that's what I have written here. So x by b1 c2 minus b2 c1, which is this part, is equated to this constant part, 1 by a1 b2 minus a2 b1. From this, if I want to eliminate x, this term goes up. So x will be b1 c2 minus b2 c1, a1 b2 minus a2 b1. Similarly, I equate y with this constant term, I get this one. In this, again y would be on cross multiplying, I get c1 a2 minus c2 a1 divided by a1 b2 minus a2 b1. So this is how we get the value of x and y in cross multiplication method. Next, we will start with applying numbers here, and we will try to find out the value of x and y. So this is the first example. I have taken 3x plus y minus 15 equal to 0, x plus 2y minus 10 equal to 0. This is the same sum that we did in elimination and substitution. The only thing is I brought the 15 to the other side, because we saw in the introduction lecture that the constant term has to be written on the LHS. So here I am finding my a1 by a2 and b1 by b2. I see that a1 by a2 is not equal to b1 by b2. So this system will give you a unique solution. So to have a recap, this is what we did in cross multiplication. You have x, y and 1. And this is the order of arranging the coefficients. So b1, b2, c1, c2, a1, a2, b1, b2. So here I have done the same thing, but I have just replaced with b1 all these variables using the exact numbers that are there in the question. So x, y, 1, 1, 2 from b1, b2, minus 15, minus 10 is c1, c2, 3, 1 is a1, a2, then again b1, b2 according to this. So now what should we do? 1 has to be multiplied with this number, which is minus 10. Then there is another minus in the formula, and there is another minus here as well. So that becomes plus, 2 into 15 becomes 30. Similarly, 15 minus 15 into 1 is minus 15. Minus 10 into 3 is minus 30, because there is a minus in the formula which makes it plus 30. Then here we have 3 into 2, which is 6, minus 1 into 1, which is 1. So what do we do now? We equate x with 1, y with 1 separately. So when I equate x with 1, if I simplify this, I get x by 20 is equal to 1 by 5. Then the other set is y by 15 is equal to 1 by 5. So when I try to find the value of x, I get x is equal to 4, and here I get y is equal to 3. So 4 comma 3 is the solution which will satisfy both of these equations. So this is the second example. We have 2x plus 5y minus 10 equal to 0, 10x plus 25y minus 50 equal to 0. I have found out the value of a1 by a2, it's 1 by 5, b1 by b2 is also 1 by 5, c1 by c2 is also 1 by 5. So this is going to be a1 by a2 equals b1 by b2 equals c1 by c2, which is the condition for infinitely many solution. This is the usual cross multiplication technique that I have written here, and here I have substituted the values. So first x, y1 as we did in the previous case, b1, b2, c1, c2, a1, a2, again b1, b2. So now we do the cross multiplication. When I do that, 5 times minus 50 is minus 250, then 25 into 10 is again 250, but already there is a minus, so it becomes plus 250. Then the next case becomes minus 100, this again becomes plus 100, then this becomes 50, this becomes minus 50. So when you see that, all the denominator terms will become 0. So you get x by 0, y by 0, 1 by 0. Whenever you end up a situation like this, you have to assume any one variable among x and y as k. So in this question, I have assumed y as k and k is any real number. When I get y as k, I can directly go to any one of the equation and substitute the value for y. So here I have substituted y equal to k in equation 1. So I will be getting my x as 10 minus 5k by 2. So the possible solution is 10 minus 5k by 2, which is the x value, and k is the y value. So here I have taken an example where I have substituted k as 1. So when I substitute k as 1 in this equation, I get x as 5 by 2 and the y value will be 1. So there are infinitely many solutions depending on the value of k that you choose. This is the third and the last sum. So I have taken 2x plus 3y minus 10 equal to 0, 2x plus 3y minus 12 equal to 0. I am finding a1 by a2, b1 by b2, c1 by c2. I see that a1 by a2 is 1 by 1, b1 by b2 is also 1 by 1, but c1 by c2 is 5 by 6. So this comes under the category a1 by a2 equals b1 by b2 but not equal to c1 by c2. Therefore, it is a no solution type. So here for cross multiplication, I have written x, y and 1, and I have written the value b1, b2, c1, c2, a1, a2, again b1, b2. So now what I do, x divided by, this is minus 36, minus of minus is plus, so 3 tens are 30, then y, this minus 10 into 2 is minus 20, then minus 12 into 2 is 24, minus 24, there is a minus in the formula which makes it plus 24, then 2 into 3 is 6, minus 2 into 3 is again 6. So when I try to simplify it further, I'll get x by minus 6, y by 4 and then 1 by 0. Now I am trying to equate x with 1, y with 1. When I do x with 1, you see the denominator of the x is 0. So 1 divided by, any number divided by 0 is going to be infinite. So x will not have any value, we will not be able to find a value for x. And the same situation arises for y as well. So because y also becomes infinite. Therefore, this system of equation has no solution. So whenever we have 1 by 0 as a constant term, then that system comes under the category of no solution. So we will not be able to find the value of x and y. We will continue with the exercise problems from the next lecture onwards. Thank you.